Hey y'all, this is going to be the breakdown version of Consider Yourself Invited, and it is a long one, so bear with me. In the very beginning, there's a little musical portion. Kimmy and I are going to have to work with that, but I kind of envision like each layer of the rafters, each group kind of going from standing down to doing their hands up like this, and we'll do it 3 times kind of thing. But we'll play with that and see. But the music, after those 3 times of that same music, you're going to hear music that we're going to go 5 times. Dun, 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 dun. And then it's going to say, you are invited. We're going to point out with both of our pointers. You are invited to our Christmas. We're going to start doing a little march where the same leg is going to come up and your same arm is going to come up in kind of a tabletop. So to our Christmas show, we're going to do this 4 times. We'd really like to see you there. We're going to go out to there, kind of lean out there. Oh, it will fill our hearts. It kind of comes before, oh, it will fill your hearts. There's kind of a dead period in between. We'd really, there, and oh, it will fill your hearts with joy and hope. Again, we're going to have the flat palm up hands. With joy and hope. We've a story that we'd really like to share. We're going to do this 3 times, and it kind of goes with the music. It's harder to get with the words, but we're going to say, we're going to put our hands at our shoulders, and we're going to kind of flick our hands out. We're going to do that 3 times. We have a story that we'd really like to share. Then we're going to bring our hands back down by our side. We're going to hold while they say, we're here to tell you about, and then on Christmas, we're going to go back into that 4 marches. We're here to tell you about our Christmas show. We'd really like to share the good news. So we're just doing these little platter hands. We're here to tell you about our Christmas show. We'd really like to share the good news. And straight from here, we're going to kind of hold up for a second. And it's going to say, we know we're hoping everyone can go. So during that time, we're going to 3 times, we're going to kind of bend forward and invite people and bounce our knees. We know we're hoping everyone can go. Hands down by our side, and we will sing our best, thumbs into our chest 2 times, and we will sing our best for all of you. So we're just kind of presenting out to the audience, all of you, hands back down by our side, and then we're going to go into the verse about Christmas. It's a special time for us, so we're going to go Christmas. Our hands again are up in the flat palm facing up. Christmas, it's a special time for us. So Christmas, it's a special time for us. Other side, because Christmas is the birth of Jesus. And we're going to do the traditional sign language for Jesus. And we're going to use our middle fingers to point to our palms. Jesus. Let's do that again. Christmas, it's a special time for us because Christmas is the birth of Jesus. And then we're just going to go back to a little bit of the same thing. Christmas, you're going to keep your hand up here in this high little corner V section. We love Christmas. So let's do that again all the way together. Christmas, it's a special time for us because Christmas is the birth of Jesus. Christmas, we love Christmas. Okay. Moving on to the chorus. So consider yourself invited. We'd be so delighted. We're going to do that 3 times. So consider yourself invited. We'd be so delighted to see you. We're going to point again, to see you at our Christmas show. We're not going to do our hands all the way up. We're just going to do them kind of in our face like that, across our face. So consider yourself invited. We'd be so delighted to see you at our Christmas show. And then we're going to just kind of stand here for just a second, and then it's going to be kind of fast. It's going to say, so excited and delighted. Yes, you all have been invited. So on so excited, we're going to pat our knees 2 times and kind of bend our knees. So excited, so excited and delighted. It sounds so much better with the music. So excited and delighted. Yes, you all have been invited. So we're just going to kind of bring our hands in. Yes, you all have been invited to our very special Christmas show. So we're going to do that same little thing of pointing to ourselves and then crossing our hands in front of our face for Christmas show. Let's try that one more time from So Consider Yourself Invited. So consider yourself invited. We'd be so delighted to see you at our Christmas show. So excited and delighted. Yes, you all have been invited to our very special Christmas show. It's kind of hard to match up an exact move with exact words. It flows pretty well with the music once we do it with the music. So then we're going to just stand here, and there's kind of a little bouncing music type thing, and it's kind of bounce, pause, bounce, pause. So for each phrase that's about to come up or line, it's going to say on Main Street tomorrow. So we go down on Main Street, up tomorrow. Come and join us then. With great anticipation, our pageant will begin. And all we're doing is keeping fists. We start kind of in at our shoulders and go up into, like a cheerleader's high V. So down to our shoulders and up to a high V. And then bring our hands back down. And we're going to start that verse again about you are invited to our Christmas show. So we're going to point back out. You are invited to our Christmas. We always hit this on Christmas show. We'd really like to see you. And we're going to lean back out there. Oh, it will fill our hearts with joy and hope. We've a story that we'd really like to share. We're going to do that 3 times. Back down. We hold it. We're here to tell you about our Christmas show. We'd really like to share the good news. We're hoping everyone can go, and we'll sing our best for all of you. And then we have the next bridge, which says we've got angels and shepherds. We've got angels and shepherds. So we're going back to that platter motion. And one at a time. We've got angels and shepherds. We're going to put our hand under like we did in I Hate to Wait for Christmas. And really wise men, and kind of nod your head. Mary and Joseph. We're back to the platters. Mary and Joseph. We're going to stick our hand up and shake our hand, a little jazz hand, for in Bethlehem. So let's start that over again. We've got angels and shepherds and really wise men, Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem. We're going to put our hands down, and we've practiced, nod on, and studied. We've practiced and studied. We know all our cues. We're going to put our hands back up to our temples. So we've got angels and shepherds and really wise men, Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem. We've practiced and studied. We know all our cues. And we would now be honored. This kind of goes with the music again. So know our cues. And we would now be honored to present so we're going to kind of present and bow down, present our show for, and it's kind of slow, present our show for. We're going to kind of pop up fast and say you, because they kind of hold it for a while. You, and shake our hands, but we've got our knees bent. We're kind of leaning forward. You, and then we're going to stand up. And I may have to do this with the music to really get it for you. But you're going to stand here, and it starts kind of that kick line sound. We're going to stand here. We're going to put our hands here up and onto our shoulders of our neighbors when we're all standing together. Then we're going to bend on you are invited. And I believe the kick is on Christmas to our Christmas show. We are not going to do a kick line. We're just going to do this unless Miss Cammie and I decide that we can handle not kicking our friends in front of us. But on each little, I think it's a little cymbal sound of like a kick line, you need to be leaning to the side on that kick. So it goes, we do this all the way through. We'd really love to see you there. Oh, it will fill your hearts with joy and hope. We've a story that we'd really like to share. We want to be standing back up on the end of that share, because then it's going to go into, we're here to tell you about our Christmas show. We'd really like to share the good news. We know we're hoping everyone can go, and we'll sing our best for all of you. So consider yourself invited. We'd be so delighted to see you at our Christmas show. So excited and delighted. Yes, you all have been invited to our very special Christmas show. And again, it kind of goes with the sound, but we're going to turn to the side where it says our very special Christmas show. And there's kind of a musical thing with a beat, but we're going to go our very special Christmas show. We're going to turn to the side and kind of make an L with our hands. Our very special Christmas show. We're going to go Christmas show, and then it's going to kind of make a beat, like that. So we'll have to play with it when we have everybody together and have the music, but essentially that's going to be how we're going to end, is that little L shake back in to our shoulders, and then back out again and shake. And that will be the end of it. Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me on that one.